Kolbrin Bible, Book 5, Chapter 31. Possible reference to Dnieper Donets Culture, north of Gabelki Tepe, Part 3, Destruction. MAN 3113. It is then said they came through the marshes and across the wild mountains, beyond the barren places of stone, into a new land called Ankita. Here grew the great life tree, known even in the days of our fathers. This is a tree of strange aspect, like unto no other, though in the days of our fathers it was barren and enclosed in flames. Now we know that the life tree grew in Talus, which is towards the lands of Don, by Pontus. Therefore, could not the old motherland have been found hereabouts? Not all was inundated. MAN 3114. It is said men came out of the devastation. Behind them the land sank and the earth shook. Mountains split apart and crumbled. Where once there had been a valley, now stood a mountain. The air was filled with smoke, and hot rocks were hurled down from out of the sky. Men choked in brimstone. Great winds howled like 1,000 unearthly wild dogs. They left all behind them and came across the wild places to the land of refuge. Was not Kahamu once known to some men as the land of refuge? Therefore, the whereabouts of the old motherland is not unknown. It is said that when men came from the old land, the everlasting stars rested where earth meets heaven, but none knows how many lifetimes have passed since then. MAN 3115. Thus, it is not impossible to discover where the old motherland lay. Therefore, there is hope, and men need not despair, for the secret may be rediscovered, when once again the sacred things rest in the old land from whence they came. The days of disturbance will cease, and once again men will live in peace. Men go forth to seek the road. All is not lost to us yet. MAN 3116. Now the great house of the hidden places stands in Kahamu. It is built to last forever and stands up strongly towards heaven, high above the heads of men. It is covered with white stones. The white stone of Rechem was cut for it, and above it is topped with copper. It is not the copper of men, but the copper of God. Within it lies the womb of rebirth, used by the twice-born of the enlightened ones. Men enter its portals to die and come out restored to life, reborn as gods. Beside it stands the temple of the radiant ones, many-pillared and walled about. Here is the great portal of entry into life, and above it, on a great stone, these words may be seen. MAN 3117. From the children of God to the children of men, behold, we found you in bondage to mortal bodies, and bestowed upon you the gift of everlasting life. Burning bush. There is an extremely long-lived species of bramble called Rubus sanctus, and it is said to burn. Talus near Pontus, near the land of Don. This is mentioned that it was not inundated. The writer then refers back to his own time, mentioning where he is. Early in chapter 31, it is mentioned near the Nile. 31:16 to 17 describes the temple. So this is my thoughts. I know the Great Pyramid once was covered in limestone, white rock. It is missing the capstone, but was said to shine, and implied it was made of gold. Copper of God. Copper does have a shine, but a dirtier look than gold's pure shine. It was referred to as precious to God or gods. Sphinx did have a temple. The Sphinx is said to represent the zodiac Leo. Hypothesis of Robert Raval, first mentioned in the Orion mystery, implies the Sphinx had suffered rain damage, and the pyramids represent the Orion belt. Egypt associated Orion with Osiris, and the Sphinx facing east would see the sun rise back around 10,000 years. We were in the age of Leo. Radiant ones could refer to zodiac or just the sun itself, as the god Re was represented by the sun disk. All of this is hypothetical, and even the writer does not claim to any real knowledge. I say often I like what is. After so long we can have no certainty, least of all a fabled land or island called Atlantis.